Hey people, it is Tuesday, April the 12th. Time is 11:35 in the morning, and it's currently around 12 degrees Celsius. And I'm standing here at the foot of Lower Simcoe Street, where it meets Queen's Quay. And I'll be walking north along Lower Simcoe and then crossing Front Street onto Simcoe and continuing north where Simcoe crosses Queen Street. And then I will dip over one street to St Patrick and continue north along St Patrick up to College. So it's been a while since I've walked south to north along some of these streets on the west side of downtown. Yeah, it's a nice sunny day. I think the temperature is supposed to get up to around 16 degrees. And here's Lakeshore Boulevard. That truck was certainly going at a good rate of speed. There we have the classic Gardner Expressway with CN Tower towering over it shot. Let's see if I can make it all the way across before these lights turn red. And it looks like I made it. So Simcoe Street is a relatively minor street that runs north to south. But it was named after a very important figure, John Graves Simcoe, who founded Toronto. Now we're coming up to Bremner Boulevard. We're walking through the South Core district right now. And just passing by the tourist zone in this part of downtown. We have the Ripley's Aquarium and of course the CN Tower. And the Rogers Center / Sky Dome. I can't believe I called it the Rogers Center there. And the Metro Toronto Convention Centre. And down at the end of Bremner is Scotiabank Arena. And another shot of the CN Tower, almost completely unobstructed. Yeah, and that's kind of cool. You can see, looks like a large piece of crane being hoisted up on top of the new office tower there. Maybe they're going to raise the cranes as the building climbs higher. The cranes also have to be extended. I think last time I walked along Simcoe, that building was nothing more than a hole in the ground. And there are the financial district towers. We're walking into the rail corridor. And the glass on that new office tower looks spectacular. And I think it will extend that way all the way up the tower. Kind of a neat design. It's not just a flat panel glass box, which is always good to see. And here's Front Street, so this is where Lower Simcoe becomes Simcoe. Sometimes it works out well that all the construction noise will drown out the muzak. So this tower still has quite a ways to go before it tops out. So it will be about 239 meters, 46 stories. And of course, office floors are higher than residential floors. So a 46-story office tower is quite tall compared to a residential tower of the same number of floors. Here's Wellington Street. And here's Roy Thompson Hall. That's where you see performances by the Toronto Symphony and other live events. Now we're coming into the entertainment district. And here's King Street West. I think I hear a Glass Tiger playing across the street. There are a number of theaters along King Street here. The Royal Alex and the Princess of Wales. And there's a look down King Street into the heart of the financial district. And we'll just talk over the loud music pouring out of the Elephant and Castle here. That's what you have to do sometimes in these entertainment-oriented neighborhoods. Music is playing constantly in all sorts of restaurants. Just entertain the masses walking past the building on the sidewalks. Can't just have regular city noises. Oh no.
Oh no, we won't.
Let's look down Pearl Street. Here's Adelaide Street. And there's where guests arrive at the Shangri-La Hotel. And here's Richmond Street. And up ahead is Queen Street. This is where Simcoe Street comes to an end as a thoroughfare for cars, and it becomes more of a pedestrian thoroughfare with some access to vehicles, but you'll see once we cross Queen Street. I'll let this person go. Got some little pedestrian pathways here. University Avenue is just to the east. Now this is open to traffic, but cars rarely use this stretch of Simcoe here. It's not exactly easily accessible. And this is the western side of the Canada Life building. is the backside of the United States Consulate, which also fronts onto University Avenue. Much of this part of Simcoe Street is really just the back sides of buildings that front onto University Avenue. And of course, the nicer side is the side that's facing University, and the unattractive side is what you get here on Simcoe. I'm going to head over one block to St. Patrick Street, and then we'll continue heading north along that street. It's kind of the odor of rotting garbage in the air around here. And I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it's not very pleasant. And St. Patrick Street is mainly a residential street, lined with these apartment complexes. And a major new development is underway here. This will consist of a couple of rather tall towers, at least tall compared to the surrounding buildings in the area. I think this development will be called Artists Alley. This is a small shopping mall here, the Village by the Grange. The Ontario College of Art and Design, or OCAD University as it's known now, is just the next block over on McCall Street, and the restaurants and shops in the Village by the Grange do tend to service the student population. And there's a pretty good food court in there. The rest of the mall is a bit lackluster and rather dated. Here's Dundas Street. And the main entrance to the village by the Grange. And Grange Park is a nearby park bearing the same name. And way off in the distance, looking eastward down Dundas, you can see some of the large billboards at Young Dundas Square. Oh, short turn. I hate when that happens. You think you're going somewhere on the streetcar, but it turns off route before you get to where you're going, and you have to get off. And then another streetcar will come along and take you the rest of the way. And this new development is making progress. Another large hole. This will be another residential tower. Let's cross the street to get a better look at this church. Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church. Serving the Chinese community. Chinatown is fairly close. We're just sort of on the eastern edge of Chinatown here. Toronto Chinese Catholic Center. And here's Elm Street. This will take you all the way down to Yonge Street. And Hospital Row is just upon us here, lining University Avenue. And we'll be walking past the back sides of some of the hospitals here. This is Murray Street, just a short street. Salad, sandwiches, and pizza. And this is the back of Mount Sinai Hospital. These are streets that most Torontonians would never set foot on unless they worked in the area. And certainly no tourists would find themselves walking along this street unless they took a wrong turn somewhere. And now we're walking past the backside of Princess Margaret Hospital. A couple of cool little sky bridges here connecting these two buildings. Hi. And it must be recess time, or maybe lunch. I guess it wouldn't be lunch, they'd be eating. Therefore, it must be recess. And this is the back of the Ontario Hydro building. At least it used to be called the Ontario Hydro building. Maybe now it's the Ontario Power Commission. I'm not too sure. Anyway, the backside is sort of similar to the back of Toronto City Hall. Just a blank expanse of corrugated concrete. And the front side is a large curving glass curtain wall. And there's a cool fire escape. I wonder if I can get up on that fire escape. I think I can. Should I? I don't know, maybe I'll save this for another walk. I think I'll come back to that fire escape another time. It looks like it's perfectly climbable in any case. And it's on the back of one of my favorite buildings. There's another fire escape on the side of this building that I've often taken note of. This is the Stewart building, designed by A.J. Lennox, the same person who designed Casa Loma. And this is College Street, so this was where I was going to wrap up the video, but maybe I'll just take a quick look at this fire escape on this side to see if it's also climbable. And it seems to be also. So interesting. Future video. So I hope you enjoyed the walk from Queens Quay and Lower Simcoe, north along Lower Simcoe, then Simcoe, and then heading over a block to St. Patrick Street, and continuing north, and then going back eastward a block again to Murray Street, leading up here to College and to these awesome fire escapes here on the Stewart building, which I will come back to another time. So leave a comment below if you enjoyed the walk. Let me know your thoughts. And be sure to like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under K Continuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue. What emerges?